Hello Yogis, welcome to the practice today. Today's practice is a full body intermediate practice. It's still mostly wrist free. We do have 2 rounds of Sun Salutations in the beginning and we'll be ending the practice with the back bend. But you can completely swap that Sun Salutation with the Half Sun Salutation and swap the wheel pose with the standing back bend or with Camel pose. So it's mostly wrist free. I'm still healing from my wrist injury and I'm slowly starting to go back to chadurangas and downward dogs and such. We do have standing asanas and transitioning from standing balancing asanas. The vinyasa has some twists and we'll be ending the practice with a back bend. So it's a full body practice. As always, listen to your body and how you're feeling during your practice. You can swap an entire asana with something else that's more suitable for you today, and you can use props wherever you feel that is needed, and use modifications whenever needed. So don't stress too much on how you look in a particular asana or to push your body to look a certain way. That's not the point of yoga practice. So just go with how you're feeling today and what feels best in your body today. Please do subscribe to my channel. Your support is extremely appreciated. And whenever you're ready, let's meet on the mat. We'll be beginning our practice at the front of the mat. We'll take 2 rounds of Sun Salutations. You can swap the Sun Salutations with Half Sun Salutations if you want to keep this practice entirely wrist free. Engage your core, tuck your tailbone. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bring your palms to the mat and step your feet back, coming into plank pose. Next breath, flow through your chaturanga, upward facing dog, coming all the way back, downward facing dog. Bend your knees, look towards the front of the mat. You can either step or hop and bring your feet towards the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reverse swan dive, come all the way back up into your Tadasana. One more round of Sun Salutations. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms onto the mat. Step or hop back. If you're hopping back, land with your elbows bent. Flow through your chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Coming all the way back up, downward facing dog, and hop or step towards the front of the mat, fold forward, come all the way back up into Tadasana. Next breath, bring your right knee into your chest. You can either stay with your leg bent or extend your right leg, point your toes. Swing your right leg all the way back, coming into a warrior 3. One breath here in your warrior 3. Step your back foot onto the mat. Arms come alongside your ears, coming into a crescent lunge. Next exhale, open up into warrior 2. Left leg is bent. Make sure that your front heel and your back arch are in line with each other. Flip your left palm and lean back, coming into a reverse warrior. Next breath, bring your left hand either to rest on your left thigh, or you can bring your left hand on the inside of your left knee, opening up into a side angle. You can either stay here or you can take a bind if you have a bind in your practice. If you're in your bind, release your hands, slowly straighten your left leg, transitioning into a triangle pose. Your right hand extends all the way up, or you can bring your right hand alongside your ears for a deeper stretch on your right side. One breath. bring your arms out into a T and reverse your triangle. Both legs are extended. Cartwheel your arms all the way to the front of the mat. Square your hips to the front. Come back into your crescent lunge and bring your right knee back into your chest and release your foot onto the mat. We'll take that flow on the other side. Bring your left knee into your chest. Either stay with your left leg bent or extend your left leg, point your toes. Swing your left leg all the way back, transitioning into warrior 3. One breath. Release your back foot onto the mat. Arms come alongside your ears, coming into your crescent lunge. Open your arms out, coming into warrior 2 on the other side. Flip your right palm and lean back, extending your right hand over your ears, coming into a reverse warrior. Bring your right hand on the inside of your right leg or to rest on your right thigh, transitioning into side angle. If you did take a bind on the other side, take a bind here. Hold for a breath. Release your hands if you are in a bind and extend your front leg, transitioning into a triangle pose. You can have your left hand extending all the way up, or you can have it extend over your ears. One breath in your triangle. Open your arms out into a T and reverse your triangle. Come back and square your hips towards the front of the mat, transitioning back into your crescent lunge. And next exhale, bring your back knee into your chest, coming back into one-legged Tadasana, and release your foot onto the mat. Take one breath in your Tadasana. We'll flow through a half sun salutation. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. You can bring your palms to your chest. Exhale, forward fold. Reverse swan dive. Palms come back to touch over your head and palms come to your chest. We'll take our second sequence from here. Open your arms out into a T and bring your right knee into your chest. From here, wrap your right leg around your left, either once or twice, and you wrap your right hand underneath your left hand, binding it once or twice, coming into an eagle pose. Sink your hips down and your elbows are your shoulder height, and hold your eagle pose for a breath. Release your arms out into a T. Bring your right leg back into your chest. Grab hold on the outside of your right foot with your left hand. Extend your right leg and take a standing twist, opening your chest towards the right side of the mat. One breath. Release from your twist. Swing your right leg all the way back, coming into warrior 3. Release your back foot onto the mat. Arms come alongside your ears. Bring your right hand forward, left hand comes back, taking a twist in your crescent lunge. Deepen your twist by bringing your left hand on the outside of your right leg. Right hand comes alongside your ear. One breath. Release from your twist. Coming back into your crescent lunge and opening up into warrior 2 onto the right side of the mat. Extend your left leg. Flex your left foot so your left toes are facing towards the sky. Shift your hips back and come down all the way into your Skandasana. You can either stay with your palms at your chest or bring your right hand on the outside and extend your left hand up, or you can take a bind in your Skandasana. One breath. Release your bind. Come back into your warrior 2. Now bring your left hand few inches in front of your left foot. You can use a block here. Stack your hips and transition into your half moon. Your standing leg is active. Pull up on your kneecap on your standing leg. Flex your top foot. You're radiating through your right heel. One breath in your half moon. Release your back foot onto the mat, back to your warrior two. Hips face the front of the mat. Arms come alongside your ears. Back to your crescent lunge. Next exhale, bring your back knee into your chest. One-legged Tadasana, and release your foot onto the mat. Taking that flow on the other side. Bring your arms out into a T. Left knee comes into your chest. Wrap your left leg around your right either once, binding it either once or twice. Sink into your hips. Left hand wraps underneath your right hand, binding it either once or twice. Coming into eagle pose. Sink your hips down, elbows are at your shoulder height. Take a breath. Squeeze your inner thighs. Release your hands back out into the T. Bring your left knee into your chest. Grab hold on the outside of your left foot with your right hand. Extend your left leg and take a standing twist. Chest opens up towards the left side of the mat. Slowly release from your twist. Swing your left leg all the way back. Warrior three. Plant your left foot onto the mat. Arms come alongside your ears. Crescent lunge. Open your arms out into a T, transitioning into warrior two. From here, extend your right leg. Flex your right foot so your toes are pointing up towards the sky. Pivot your back foot towards the corner of your mat. Shift your hips down, coming into Skandasana. You can either stay with your palms at your chest, or you can bring your left hand on the outside and open your chest towards the sky. Or if you did take a bind on the other side, you can bind here. Release from your bind, shift back into warrior two. Square your hips towards the front of the mat, coming into crescent lunge. And next exhale, bring your left knee into your chest, back to your one-legged Tadasana, and release your foot onto the mat. Take one deep breath here, and let's take a half sun salutation. Sweep your arms all the way up, fold forward, swan dive and fold forward. Halfway lift, forward fold, reverse swan dive. Palms come to touch over your head and bring your palms to your chest. Next breath, bring your right knee into your chest. Grab hold of your right foot and place it on the inside of your left inner thigh. Bring your palms to your chest, or you can have your palms to touch over your head. Engage your core, tailbone is tucked, and work towards not sinking down into your hips. So your pelvic floor is active. One breath in your tree pose. Release your hands, bring your right knee back into your chest. Either stay here or we'll extend our right leg, point our toes and bring our arms alongside ears for a standing balance. Swing your right leg all the way back, transitioning into warrior three with our arms alongside our ears. This is a little more challenging. You can also bring your palms to your chest here. Now bring your back foot onto the mat. Your right foot is at a 45-degree angle. Arms come alongside your ears, coming into warrior one. Square your hips towards the front of the mat here. One breath. Extend your left leg. Bring your palms onto your hips. Adjust your stance if you need to take a step closer. and your hips are facing the front edge of the mat. Engage your core, hinge from your hips and fold forward onto your left leg, coming into pyramid pose. One breath in your pyramid. Both legs are active. Pull up on your kneecaps. Halfway lift. Bring your right palm in front of your left foot and take a twist. Engage your core. Squeeze your inner thighs here. That will help you balance. And left hand extends all the way up. One breath in your twisted pyramid. Slowly release your top arm back to the mat and step your right leg back into a low lunge. Release your back knee onto the mat, untuck your toes and arms come alongside your ears, coming into Anjali Asana. Sink your hips down, bend at your elbows and open your chest to the sky. One breath. Bring your hands alongside your ears, shift your weight back. Straighten your left leg, flex your left foot, coming into a half splits. You can have your arms hovering or you can bring your palms or fingertips onto the mat for an extra support. You're hinging from your hips and every exhale try to bring your chest closer to your front leg. One breath. Release from your half splits. Bring your palms on the inside of your left foot, coming into a lizard lunge. You can have your back knee down onto the mat or tuck your toes and lift your back knee and extend your right leg. One breath in your lizard pose. You can either stay on your palms or you can bring your elbows down for a deeper stretch in your hips. One breath in your lizard pose. Come all the way back up. Frame your front foot and come up into your crescent lunge. Next exhale, bring your right knee into your chest, coming back into your Tadasana and release your foot onto the mat. We'll take that flow on the other side. Bring your left knee into your chest, grab hold of your left foot and place it on the inside of your right inner thigh. You can have your palms at your chest or you can extend your hands and bring your palms to touch over your head. Engage your core, tuck your tailbone here. Pelvic floor is active, standing leg is active. One breath. Release from your tree pose, coming back into your one-legged Tadasana with your left knee into your chest. You can either stay here or extend your left leg, point your toes for a standing balance. You can bring your palms alongside your ears for an extra challenge. Next breath, slowly swing your left foot all the way back, coming into warrior 3. Hands are still alongside your ears, or you can bring your palms to your chest. Release your back foot onto the mat at a 45-degree angle, coming into warrior 1. Work towards squaring your hips towards the front edge of the mat. Extend your right leg, bring your hands onto your hips, bring your back foot a step closer, adjust your stance, make sure that your feet are on parallel tracks. Engage your core, square your hips towards the front edge of the mat and hinge from your hips, folding forward into pyramid. Next breath, halfway lift. Bring your left palm in front of your right foot. Extend your right hand all the way up. Open your chest towards the right side of the mat. Squeeze your inner thighs. Both standing legs are active. Pull up on your kneecaps, taking a twist here. Bring both palms onto the mat. Step back. Take a step back with your left leg. Bring your back knee down onto the mat, untuck your toes, coming into Anjali Asana. Sink your hips down, and open your chest to the sky. Bend at your elbows for a mini back bend here. One breath. Bring your arms alongside your ears. Shift your hips back. Straighten your right leg. Flex your right foot. Toes point towards the sky. Half splits. Every exhale, try and bring your chest closer to your front leg. Release from your half splits. Bring both your palms on the inside of your right foot. You can have your back knee down onto the mat or tuck your toes and extend your back leg. Coming into a lizard. You can either stay on your palms or come onto your forearms for a deeper stretch. One breath in your lizard pose. Come all the way up, frame your front foot and come back into your crescent lunge. Arms come alongside your ears. Next exhale, bring your back knee into your chest, coming into one-legged Tadasana, and release your foot onto the mat. One breath here in Tadasana. We'll take dancer's pose on both sides from here. Bend your right leg and grab hold on the inside of your right foot with your right hand on the big toe side of your right foot. Bring your left hand alongside your ears. Engage your core, tuck your tailbone. You can either stay here for a really nice quad stretch, or if you have dancers in your practice, slowly start kicking your right foot into your right palm, and as you kick, you can start hinging from your hips and opening your chest, taking a mini back bend. Try and square your hips towards the mat. Standing leg is active. Have a slight bend in your standing knee. One breath in dancer's pose and slowly release. Try not to slingshot your right leg and release back onto the mat. We'll do that on the other side. Bend your left leg. Grab hold on the inside of your left leg with your left hand. Extend your right hand alongside your ears. Engage your core. Tuck your tailbone. You can either stay here, start playing with kicking your left foot into your left hand, and as you kick, hinge from your hips. Release your foot back onto the mat. Bring your palms to your chest. From here, we'll come all the way down onto the mat and bring your right foot on the outside of your left thigh. Scoot your foot as close to your left hips as possible. Square your hips and square your chest to the front edge of the mat. Lengthen your spine. Your right knee with your left hand and take a seated twist, opening your chest towards the right edge of the mat. Work towards keeping both your sit bones on the mat. And every inhale, lengthen. Every exhale, try and open your chest slightly more towards the right side of the mat. Release from your twist and switch sides. Left foot comes on the outside of your right thigh and try and scoot your left foot as close to your right hip as possible. Wrap your right hand around your left knee. Extend your spine and next exhale, open your chest, taking a twist towards the left side of the mat. Work towards keeping your sit bones on the mat. Every inhale, lengthen. Every exhale, Open up slightly more towards the left side of the mat. Breathe into your belly when you're in a twist. Release. Extend both your legs out. We'll take a forward fold from here. You can keep your knees bent. Try to bring your chest onto your knees, or if you can, keep your legs extended all the way down. Lengthen your spine and grab hold of your two big toes with your peace fingers. Make sure that you're not rounding in your back. Open your chest and hinge from your hips. Fold forward. I like to use a block in front of my feet here. It helps me lengthen more. And fold forward. Keep your knees slightly bent. Don't lock your knees here. Release from your forward fold. Move your block if you were using one. Come all the way down onto the mat, and we'll be taking a wheel pose from here for our back bend. Or if you don't want to take a wheel pose, you can swap it for a camel pose, or you can just do a bridge up, whatever suits your body today. If you are taking your wheel pose, make sure that your heels are hip distance apart and engage your core. Tuck your tailbone. Bring your palms on the outside of your ears. You'll first lift up into your bridge pose and then push all the way up, taking a full wheel. Release and come all the way down onto the mat. And bring your feet hip distance apart. The weight comes on your heels and engage your core. Tuck your tailbone. Bring your palms next to your ears. Lift your hips up and push all the way up into your wheel pose. Release and come down all the way onto the mat. We'll take a spinal twist from here and end our practice today in Shavasana. Extend both your legs out. Bring your right knee into your chest and hold it for a breath. Shift your hips. Bring your right knee on the outside of your left hip. Right hand comes out in a T. You can use your left palm to gently work your right knee towards the ground. Both your shoulder blades are on the mat. Chest is opening up towards the sky. And breathe into your belly and take a spinal twist. Bring your right knee back into your chest and extend it out. And shift sides. Bring your left knee into your chest. Hold it there for a breath. Shift your hips and bring your left knee on the outside of your right hip. Extend your right hand out into a T, opening your chest towards the sky. Make sure that your shoulder blades are on the mat. You can use your right hand to gently bring your left knee down onto the mat and breathe into your belly. Release. And we'll end our practice here in Shavasana. You can either extend your legs all the way out, or you can have your knees bent. I like to keep my knees bent. Close your eyes and take some deep belly breaths. Relax your face, relax your jaw. Breathe into all those places which feel tight in your body. Move your shoulders away from your ears. Close your eyes and stay here as long as it feels nice. Thank you so much for choosing to practice with me today and taking that time for yourself. Thank you so much for pressing the play button and supporting my channel. Please do subscribe, and I'll see you next week on the mat.